We're live.
We live, babe. Looking good.
Yep, people coming in.
Look up my charger real quick, just with the phone.
Okay. He's coming.
Thanks for buying it over here.
There's a plug right there. Oh, you put it behind you.
Yeah, right here.
People are waiting.
Huh?
People waiting.
Oh, okay. How many people in there?
7.
On the way, guys.
Let's roll. Yes, Black Onion is in the background.
Aha! Somebody already peeped it. All right. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Ready to go, baby?
Yeah.
All right. So, welcome everybody to what's this? The third or fourth one you've done?
Mm-hmm.
Third or fourth little tutorial I like doing, and we're gonna do a pretty basic technique, pretty basic class, but it's actually a super important class. All right. So this class is actually very parallel to a class that I do at my job. So you guys are getting a great experience for right here on Facebook. All right. So what we're going to be doing today, we are talking about knife skills. All right. Knife skills are the fundamentals to anything in the kitchen that we do. We do proper knife skills for 2 reasons mostly. Mostly because it looks good when it goes on the plate, and also we do it for cooking procedures. So if I had a carrot that was this size, it's not going to cook at the same rate as a carrot this size. All right, this is going to cook a lot slower than this one. Well, if it's a carrot, that's fine. But if I had like a piece of chicken that was this small versus a piece of chicken that was this big, if we serving them at the same time, somebody could get potentially sick off this one because it's not cooked up all the way. All right, so got that in mind. So let's quickly talk. Oh, first I'll say hi to Laura. Laura's back there holding down the camera. Say hi, Laura.
Hi.
All right, cool.
I think Taji's in here.
Hey, Todd.
Got your art right there in the back. Black
Yes.
Onion.
If you like this artwork right here, the artist is in there, Taji. She's right in there representing the Black Onion. And you guys want to stick around because there's something special about it that we got going on tonight. If you like this artwork right here, you got to stick around. But I promise you, you're not going to want to miss out on this, all right? All right, so cool. Let's get started. Hopefully you guys are at the house. You have your ingredients at the house. If you are, let us know so we can go a little bit slower if we need to. Need to speed up a little bit. Let us know as well. But we're going to get rocking and rolling. So let's check out these ingredients real quick. So at the house you should have orange. We got a rib of celery. We just got a carrot, cucumber or zucchini, whichever one you prefer. Clove of garlic, bell pepper, and an onion. I'm using a red onion because that's what we had left over in the fridge, and that's what we're just gonna rock with today. So, Laura wanted to show y'all this too. Can I show them, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this ain't nothing to do with the class, but tonight, this is our dinner that we're doing tonight. After I get off here, look at that, some beautiful oxtails right there. Right there, that's featuring what we call mirepoix, which as you see is carrots, onions, and some celery. And then there also got some bell pepper, some garlic, some, what else did I put in there? Some fennel, some fresh herbs right all in there. I mean, it's going to be great, guys. You can do a whole lot of stuff with that, too. But we're going to come back to that later. Let me turn this off.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So, before we get started as well, we're going to talk about different knives, all right? I know you guys see a lot of them. We're just going to talk about them real quickly. So these first 2 knives right here, these are both chef knives, all right? Chef knives are your go-to everyday use knife. You can do pretty much any kind of cuts on these as well. We use different knives to make our cuts easier, but you can pretty much do, like I said, every cut with this, about 99% of things in the kitchen that you use tonight, all right? You can get really fancy with it. This is just a chef knife that I bought. Pretty nice Miyabi knife right there. You don't have to get a knife like this. You can actually get a knife just like this. I used this for a very long time in restaurant kitchens. I still use it actually, and it was like 12 bucks on Amazon. This is a Mercer. I just go online on Amazon. Mercer, $12 knife. Keep it sharp, be great. Right here we have a serrated knife, and see we call it serrated because of those blades, those teeth that are right in there. These are great for, of course, cutting bread, but also if you have like tomatoes or like melons or something that kind of slips around if you use like a chef knife, this is great for that, all right? And we also have a paring knife. So when we use our paring knife, that's what we use for very intricate, very precise kind of cuts, very decorative kind of cuts. So very, very fine tuned. We're going to use that a little bit later on. If you don't have this, it's perfectly fine. But some people find it easier to use it. Some people don't. It's really up to you. And the last thing we have right here is our honing steel. Now, very important thing about this. This does not sharpen your knife, okay? This hones it, all right? So you still need to get your regular sharpenings, making sure that you do that as I'll say maybe if you're doing a lot of heavy kitchen work, maybe every 3 to 4 weeks, whatever. If you're not so much, you can kind of go along with it. You kind of know when. One test is you get a piece of paper, take your knife, slice it through. If it rips right through, it's perfectly sharpened. But honing is what you do in between your sharpenings, all right? We do this at the beginning of every time we use our knife. And all I do, I know you see the people that do on TV real quick, all you do, you take your honing steel right here, and I take my knife, and I put it on about 21 degrees, and I go all the way down, and come back on the other side just the same way. So when you see those people doing that really fast on TV, this is all they're doing, all right? Key factor with this is you want to do it an even amount of time to both sides. So if you do it 3 times on this side, 3 times on this side, all right? I'm going to do this with this knife as well. You got any questions so far, babe? All right, cool. All right, let's get started. So when we use our knife, our hand position is super, super important. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to be doing this as a right-handed person. If you're left-handed, do the same thing, just in the opposite hand. Now, what I personally like to do, start with this knife, is you see this handle right here. What I do, the preferred grip, is you put your thumb right here on the top like so. You take your index finger on the opposite side and you pinch it, all right? You end up what we call with a pinch grip, all right? You don't want to cut like this, because if you cut like this, that does not give you stability on my knife, and it's a great way to slice your hand, right? When I have my knife right in here, very secure. If somebody comes and bump me, my knife is right here with me, all right? Now, next step. Once you have that down, watch what I do with my knife. Watch my hand for a second. My hand goes in a 1, 2, 3, 4 motion, all right? Just a big old circle, all right? Notice how my knife is just going down on the board, and I'm just dragging the tip of it right on back, all right? Get in the baby. All right. Just like this, all right? And I know on TV here a lot, don't do that. That's a great way to mess up your knife, all right? Just go like this. Now, you can cut really quickly, but we're not quite there yet, all right? So on my other hand, I'm going to do a claw. So make a C just like this. And I'm going to take my fingernails right there, place them down on the cutting board, and I roll it back so that first knuckle on my middle finger is exposed out, just like that. Y'all see what I'm saying? All right, this knuckle right here. So what we're going to do is take my knife, and it's going to go right here on my knuckle, all right? If you got this at the house, go ahead and practice this just at this speed right here, just right here. You don't have to worry about looking all over the place. Slow and steady will win the race. I tell people all the time when I'm teaching them knife skills, accuracy is way better than speed. Speed will come, accuracy you can get now, all right? And also remember, what I tell a lot of people in my classes, you know, because they see people cut and chop up really quick. You gotta understand, a lot of people have been doing this for years and years and years. So if you don't get it in 5 minutes, that's perfectly okay, all right? It's all about that practice. All right, so let's get started. First ingredient up tonight will be our celery. So go ahead and grab your celery if you have that. Nice, beautiful rib of celery. Also, so the piece of celery I picked up didn't have them, but if you have any like celery leaves, hang on to those. Put them in a bag, save them, put them in stock later on. It's going to be really great, all right? So what I did with celery, first off, I cut off that little nut piece right there. Can't really do much with that. It's down in the dirt, so it's kind of a little dirty and grimy. All right. So from here, I'm gonna take my knife because I want to dice this up. All right. When we're doing dicing or using anything that's kind of large and kind of weird for us to cut, break it down, make it easier for you to cut. So what I'm gonna do is cut that right down the center, just like that. All right. So from here, I want to cut this in half long ways, all right? So one key thing that we teach when we teach knife skills is you want to cut on the flat surface, all right? So a lot of people might be tempted to cut like this and kind of hold it like that. We don't have to do all that. Instead, you already have a base right here. Take my knife, and look how I'm doing this. I start my cut up here, hand goes on top, I just go straight down like so, all right? I'm going to do the other one then. If you guys are at home and you're doing this with us, let us know. And so that way later on you can send me your pictures and we can check out your progress. Right? Alright. Now for this, if you feel comfortable doing more than one at a time, that's perfectly fine, but we're going to do just one at a time right now. So this is not quite dice, it's more like a slice, but that's okay. Look how I'm doing this. I'm doing multiple things at one time. My thumb is back here holding my celery as a base. I have those fingertips rolled like I did before, with that middle finger poking out, that first knuckle on that middle finger poking out. That knife is right there on it, all right? When you get more comfortable with it, what's gonna end up happening is this hand is gonna become your guide, all right? So when it guides along, you get those beautiful slices just like that. Nice, beautiful slices, just like that. Boom. Cool? We're gonna do it one more time. Take your time with it. It's perfectly fine. Beautiful. And for the sake of time, we'll do two at one time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at those. Alright. So we're going to take these, pick them up. When we pick up things with our knife, we don't want to pick them up like this. That's a great way to mess up the blade. And also, if you slip, it's a great way to cut yourself. So instead, what the pros do is they just flip it over, cup it like that. And we're going to put this over here for later. Next, our carrot. Any questions so far, babe? Everybody enjoying themselves? Cool. Carrot. So the carrot, pretty simple, pretty easy thing that we're going to do. The kind of cut that I want to kind of enhance the roll that we already have right here, all right? So one way to do this is you take your carrot, and you just do simple rounds just like that, right? Or we can get a little fancy with it. So from the same starting point I'm at, right? I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna rotate it so I'm kind of on a bias like this, right? So for this, down I go, and I have this cut right here, right? Take it, rotate it around. So you see how that cut's now facing the opposite way? Knife still right there, down we go. Rotate around. Down we go. Rotate. Down we go. This particular cut's actually good if you want like something kind of chunky, nice presentation, good for stews, good for really just things you want to just highlight that carrot in. This carrot's a little big, so those pieces are going to be kind of big. Notice how those pieces are pretty big, a little bit different size. Because of the carrot, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, this is something you want to do if you're going to like kind of long cook your carrots, all right? You want to keep that same beautiful kind of shape going on. All right? All right, cool. have a bell pepper that I'm going to slice. Now, there's a couple of different ways to slice up this bell pepper, of course. You can cut it right down the center, pull out the seeds and the membrane that's in there. You can cut it a whole kind of different kind of ways. This is the way that I cut it. I found this to be the most, for me, the most accurate kind of way to cut it. You don't have to do it like this. Whatever way works for you, that's fine. Sometimes I do this if I have a little bit extra time. If I don't, I do it another way, but this one I'm gonna show y'all. So I'll take my knife, and remember right here, so we have our stem, and right underneath there is our membrane that holds all the seeds, okay? I don't want those in my dish, so instead, I'm gonna start my cut just like this. I'm gonna take my knife and just roll it around my pepper. I'm gonna tell you a little right there. And once I'm here, just pop that thing open, and when you pop it open, all them seeds right there. Alright? Notice what I was doing. I was kind of shifting my knife to this part right here. This is what you use, the tip of your knife right here. You use that for more accurate cuts, or if I want to do something a little bit more accurate, a little precise, I'm gonna use that part right there. If I want something more like a power cut, like when I was using my carrots, I'm gonna go back down here when I use my knife, alright? Same thing over here. Just cut that right on off like that, alright? That's a little 4-leaf clover. From here, take my knife and go straight on down so I end up with a nice opening like this, right? You can kind of break everything open. Now, if you don't feel comfortable doing this next part, it's perfectly fine. I'll show you how to do it. This next part, you want to get all that membrane out, all right? That tastes pretty bitter. And if this was a spicy pepper, that's where all the heat is, all right? Since I don't really need all that, I'm just take my knife, I'm gonna work it across and just get all that membrane out, slowly but surely, kind of just using my knife, rocking it back and forth. Look at that membrane, comes right on out. One more time, just with that piece right there. That piece right there. Look at that beautiful bell pepper ready to go. From here, cut that in half. And using that same technique from before, we're gonna cut it one more time. Same technique from before, right down it goes. All right. Center, right down along the one more time.
So what type of cut is this?
This is along the lines of a julienne, because from here, I can take this and cut again, and you get your dices, just like that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that one in just a second, all right? Let's take all this. Over here we go. Any more questions out there, baby?
No.
This we can use. This, not so much. So that's just going to hang out for later. That's going to go here. All right. If you're at home right now, grab that zucchini or cucumber, whichever one. And I'm going to show you a little bit more of a julienne on something that's rounded. So just got a nice little cucumber right here. To make things easier on myself, I'm just going to cut that in half. Just like so. Alright. Now, from here, make things a little bit easier on me again. I'm going to cut off that other end, just like so. Now, this next step will set up your block. All right, when we do juliennes, it's a rectangle into planks into cubes. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna sacrifice this a little bit right here at the end. Just like that. So I get a nice flat surface. All right, let's switch my knife. All right, now from here, taking that knife, go square it off one more time. Go back around, go square it off one more time. One more time, square it off. And it might not be perfect, but that's okay. Save that for later. All right, beautiful. Look at this. Now take my knife and go right on down, just like that. And you end up with a beautiful plank, just like that. All right. One more time. Just like that. That. When it gets a little dangerous to kind of hold it, what you simply do, you simply rotate it so it's not so dangerous anymore. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Now from here, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna do strips or sticks, whichever one you prefer. Just like that. And that is our julienne. Alright. Just like that. One more time. Our julienne. Take these things that are stacked. Boom, 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 boom. Now, we rotate it. And we hit boom, 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 boom. Nice, beautiful. Oh, wow, look at that. Beautiful cubes right on in there. Cool, cool, cool. We are trucking along. Hope everybody having a good time. Happy Earth Day, by the way. Happy Earth Day. All right. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit. And while you guys do that, baby, you want to come around here? Oh, just go here. Okay, so remember we talked about these paintings earlier. Taji from the Black Onion made these beautiful paintings right here. Outstanding pieces of work. I know you guys love artwork. I know I do. I really love this piece right here as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, Taji. I think it's called beef and cheddar. So that's what we have right there, the garlic. So right now, for the people that are on the live right now, Taji has made a special thing for you all right now. If you go to theblackonionn.com and type in the code WINNER on all caps, so WINNER, WINNER, you get 20% off all originals. All right, Taji does an outstanding job. These are both original pieces of work right here. So definitely check her out. I think she was at Dreamville Fest last year, so it's a super, super great artist. Definitely show out and support her. So remember, that's WINNER, 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 WINNER. You get 20% off all original paintings. That's outstanding work, all right? So, I'm gonna clean up a little bit more. We got anything out there from people, babe? All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Make sure that we're wiping down our station as well. Try not to wipe it on the floor like I just did. That's okay if you do. Won't tell anybody. All right. Next, we have some garlic. All right. What we need to do, I think in the live previously we talked about using those jars of watery garlic and how I'm not a personal fan of them, so I'm going to show you how I like to do this, all right? So we're going to mince our garlic, right? So mince is an ununiform small dice, okay? So we're not going to sit here and kind of do all very meticulous things. We're going to very quickly, very sharply make an ununiform dice. So how we start, of course, we have our garlic right here. It has the paper on there. The way that I typically do this, real quick, real simple, nice knife with the blade piece facing away from me. Take my hand right on top and let's give it a nice boom like that. All right. Sometimes you gotta get one more. Boom. Ready to go. rotate that paper right on off. All right. Now, how we do this? First round is a little bit uniform. First round, we just go right on through and get these nice, beautiful slices, just like this. Now look what's going to happen. It's getting a little dangerous for my hand right there. So I move my hand right on top of the knife, and I keep on going. All right. And what we do with our mince, we just keep on sliding, rocking, and rolling. Now look what I'm doing. I'm not doing this. All right. If I'm doing that, I'm just going up and down with my knife. My knife is not designed to do that. All right. You're going to end up overworking yourself and overworking the knife. Instead, I'm still doing that rocking motion. You see how that is coming together a whole lot better? Look at that. Beautiful. Depending on how fine you want minced up, you can keep on going a few more rounds. We'll do one more round. This is some nice, beautiful minced garlic. Super fragrant as well. That's how you know you got the good stuff. All right. Minced garlic right there. Put that right in here. Okay. All right. The next one is one of my favorite ones. I'm going to amp up the difficulty just a little bit. We're going to do a supreme, all right? A supreme is separating, it's if I want the orange pieces in here with no skin. No skin, no pith, no nothing. I want just the orange slice, all right? How do we do this, all right? Take my knife, take my orange. You of course have your top part right there, bottom piece right there. Take off that bottom piece just like this, just to give you a little base. Boom, like that. Flip it around. That top piece, cut that off. Give you a nice little base. Boom, boom, ready to go. Now, watch what I do. I take my knife, using that middle part of my knife, and see where I'm starting at? I'm starting right where I got just a little bit of that orange meat right on there. And I just take my knife, pressing it up against my orange, and I kind of just do a nice little round cut all the way around, just like that. All right, isn't that pretty? So I'm gonna do that all the way around. If you get a little bit more meat than you're expecting, that's perfectly okay. This one takes a little bit more practice than the other ones, and that's all right. So soon you'll end up with a nice, beautiful orange like that. No skin on there, all right? Now the next part gets a little tricky. If you want to, you can use a paring knife. If not, if you feel a little bit more comfortable with it, you can use a chef knife. Now, like I said, I just want the orange part. I don't want the white part that's connected. I just want the orange part. So how I do this is I take my chef knife and I start right where that seam is. You see where we're talking about? I'm gonna go right on in like so. And I'm gonna stop right till I get to the center. Just right there. All right? Boom, like that. Other side, do the same thing. Stop right there. And if your knife is sharp enough, it'll pull that piece right on out. Just like that. Okay? I'm gonna do it with the paring knife in case some people wanna do that. Perfectly fine. Rotate my orange. Slice down we go. Slice down we go. And this time I'm gonna turn my knife a little bit. See what I'm doing? So it's nice and flat. Pull that out. And there we go. I'm gonna do one more. Boom, down like that. Round the corner like that. And voila. Nice, beautiful orange slices. All right. If you also want to do a little different presentation with it, you can just take that slices, get a little sun kiss kind of thing going on like that, just like that. Still beautiful, still delicious. We got one more knife cut for you guys. Actually, two more knife cuts on the same ingredient. And that is, of course, our onion. So speaking of onions, so let's talk about this onion. All right. So when we deal with the onion, there are two ends to it. All right. You see right here, that's where it's all that woolly stuff's coming out. That's the root end. All right. You typically do not want to take this apart because when you take it apart, your onion starts falling apart. All right. Unless you want a cut that requires that, you don't really want to do that. All right. Your other end, of course, is the stem piece right here. Stem that usually kind of pokes up a little bit. You can cut those off, and you'll get something like this. All right. So let's start off with a dice. Let's do a dice, and we'll use this one for a dice. So once you have your onion, of course, take it. Peel off that paper. If you have to go down one layer of the onion, that's perfectly fine. You've got plenty of onion left. Just gotta take that off. Okay. All right. Now, watch carefully. All right. So what I do is I need to set up my cut. All right. Set up my dice. All right. So for today, I'm just gonna make a very simple dice. So I'm gonna go halfway. Take my knife. Make sure it's parallel to the cutting board. I go about halfway up on my onion, just like that, all right? Just with this dice today, if you want a smaller dice, you can do more layers, all right? Now look what my other hand's doing. My other hand, the palm of it right here, is going around top of that onion, and I'm pressing down just a little bit so I make sure it doesn't shake around, all right? So I'm just gonna take this and it's gonna rock back and forth, just like that. So you should end up with your knife going about 3/4, or a little bit. About 3/4 of the way through, all right? Just kind of like that. Once it's here, very carefully pull the knife out. Boom, all right? Now, I'm gonna start my next cut where my last cut finished. Let me show you what I mean. Using the tip of my knife right here, all right? And we stopped our cut right in here, right? Take my knife, I'm just gonna go straight down to the cutting board, all right? So what we're ending up doing is having an onion that's cut but not detached. All right? You want everything to still kind of hang out together. Just like that. Now, rotating one more time. Taking my knife and a nice power cut right on through, just like that. Some beautifully diced onion. All right, that wasn't too bad, was it? Scoot this over. Now, we talked about slicing, we talked about dicing, and we talked about all these different cuts. So say you get really cool with it, say you get really impressive with it, and you want to impress your friends with one more knife cut. Here's a cool one to do. It's a lyonnaise. Lyonnaise is a special cut to an onion. So with this, I need to cut off the root. I know what we said earlier, but cut off the root. You want that to be detached. All right. Boom. I remember when first time I saw somebody do this, I thought it was so freaking cool, and I tried mercifully to do this. Now, this is an advanced technique. This is harder than Supreme, so if you're not comfortable with it, that's perfectly fine. All right. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to chop like that. So I end up with these thin slices like this. What I'm doing, I'm taking my knife and I'm kind of curving my knife to go along with the shape of my onion. All right. Now once I'm here, this gets a little dangerous to cut like this, all right? So instead, look at this. That's beautiful right there. Exactly. So instead, I'm gonna rotate my onion around. So now I have the flat side facing towards me. And again, we go. Once we get here, one more good slice, right there. You get a nice, beautiful lyonnaise. All right. So let's grab our board and let's talk about these cuts one more good time. So just a simple slice right here with our celery right here. We did a nice round cut right here with our carrot. We did a little bit of julienne with our bell pepper into a nice dice with our bell pepper. Again, julienne with our cucumber into a nice, well, we start with these planks, move down to these matchsticks, down to the small dice right here. And remember with dicing, you can get different sizes just depending on how you do your first initial cut. We have our nice beautiful supreme right over here. Nice little sun-kissed kind of cut right there. Our minced garlic that we did right there, looking beautiful. Diced onion right here, and our onion lyonnaise right over there. I know you might be wondering what can I do with all this stuff. Well, if you take everything except for the cucumber and the orange, throw it in the stock pot, and you have some beautiful veggie stock right there ready to go. These are great cuts you can do for stir fry, a whole bunch of different things. This is a beautiful dessert presentation right there on the orange. So if you have any more questions, babe? All right, well, that's it. I hope you guys have a great Earth Day or whatever else you got going on right now whenever you're watching this. Remember, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Call and check on somebody. And I think that's it. Oh, don't forget. These beautiful paintings done by Taji over there at the Black Onion. Remember, winner, in all caps, 20% off all original paintings. All right? Sound good? All right, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.